Cecilia, pray for us. Sometimes it's so hard to believe. 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 I was trusting you would catch the fall, but underneath was nothing at all. What great lesson can this cancer teach? Why is no one standing next to me? Oh, me. Oh, me. Sometimes it's so hard to believe. 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 You can never pull the parachute. Holding on to everything you could lose. There is always pain before the birth. We're just like when it's time to leave the earth. When we leave earth, when we leave earth. Sometimes it's so hard to believe. 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 Sometimes it's so hard to believe.
Hello everyone, welcome to Worship Wednesdays. My name is Trinity Meddy. I'm joined here by Gabriella Meddy, Cecilia Meddy, Charity Meddy, and my dad, Michael James Meddy.
Drop the mic, walk off stage.
That is all. Thank you very much, everybody.
No.
Nice having you. Something really fun and cool that happened today is that a couple days ago, I got work off and I got school off along with all my friends for Columbus Day on Monday. And so the whole day I got to invite my friend over, and we basically spent the entire day just walking anywhere that we could remotely find. In the morning we spent,
Where we live is up and down the street.
Yes.
About 6 dozen times.
And so we spent like 3 hours walking in the morning to the park and back, and then we spent the entire afternoon walking up and down, took a short break for a movie, and then we walked and just hang out outside talking the rest of the time. And it was absolutely great, and I loved it. But one of the things that I ended up doing is that something I do for my friends is I have a tendency, I've realized, to associate weather with them, which is kind of strange, bear with me. For one of my friends, I associated rain with that particular friend because I happened to be texting them a lot whenever it was raining when we were in the car. With my friend Carrie, I have now associated sunshine with her because I have walked around enough with her in this bright, beautiful, sunny days.
Pause just for a moment.
Yes.
If you are online right now, type something into the chat. We've been having a technical difficulty, and so we just got the chat up and running. So if you are watching right now, just say hi, and just say hi so we can see if the chat's working.
Or
Thank you.
text your
Carry on.
Favorite weather.
Or text your favorite weather.
Yes. And but I recently have a new one where perfect, yay, thank you. Let me drop my computer first, everyone. It has been through way worse, so I mean, hello.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Yes. But something that I've done is I now associate God with wind. Because it's been, first off, it's been really windy the past few days, and I've definitely felt especially close to him, and he's been very present in my life. And also, somewhere in the Bible, it says that there was a huge fire that came, and this prophet was looking for God, and God wasn't in the fire. And then a giant earthquake struck, and he wasn't in the earthquake. And one other thing happened, I don't remember, but then there was a gentle wind, and God was in the wind, and you hear him whisper in the wind, and I absolutely love that. And so now, anytime it's a little windy, which is frequent now because of fall, I just smile and get really happy and say a small prayer to him. But God has done many amazing things for me. And that's one of my favorite things is just his creation and how beautiful and good and true and amazing it is. And this song is dedicated to the goodness of God.
Love you, Lord. Mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. The moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. as a father, I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. All my life I have been faithful, and all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God.
Oh, 'cause your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. All my life,
You have been faithful,
all my life,
and all my life you have been so,
so
so
good.
With every breath that
I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness running out, running after me. Your goodness is running after me. My life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after me. One more time, your goodness is running to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Your goodness is
running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after me. All my life, have been faithful. Yes, you have, God. All my life, you have been so, so good.
With every breath that I am able,
I will sing of the goodness.
of God.
I love singing.
You
that
go, girl.
song.
That was awesome. That was Cecilia leading us on that one. Good girl.
Yeah.
She was rocking it. You have a beautiful voice. She's been practicing a lot, if you can't tell. And I was telling her when she was when we were rehearsing earlier, like it has this beautiful like little flutter when it's really delicate. So well done, girl. As we were singing that, I was reminded I've been staying with my grandfather. My grandfather is 96 years old. I couldn't remember if it was 96 or
97 this year?
I think he's 97
I think
actually.
he's 97 now.
I thought it was 96 this year.
I know, it was 96 last year.
It's easy to lose count when you're up in the 90s. So let's just say that
97.
he's getting very close to the century mark. Okay, he's getting close to 100 years. And so I've been staying with him at night. And yesterday he was showing me a paper that we recently had our church picnic. Only we didn't have our church picnic. The church picnic is this big kind of fundraiser social thing that we do every August. And they didn't have it this year because of
COVID.
right. I didn't want to say the C word, but they didn't have it this year. But instead, they had just the raffle, and they encouraged everyone. You know, if you can donate, if you're able to donate what you normally would, and you know, if you don't play the dice game and you don't win the stuffed animal, like that's fine. And so, do you know what happened this year? They were looking at the numbers. They finally got the numbers settled up. This year was the highest that they've ever had. It was a record-setting year. With no picnic, people were so generous. They were, super abundantly generous. It beat every other picnic they've ever had as far as revenue, which just like blows my mind. It's like, oh my gosh, you talk about like the goodness of God, and I just think about like all of the different ways that God shows His goodness and His providence over and over and over again. God be praised for that. I was sharing with the girls recently, we were looking at, we have these beautiful sunsets. I'm looking at one right now. And this time of year in the fall in the Midwest, one of the things that I think that we really have here is beautiful, beautiful fall color trees. Like the trees are changing colors. So the fall colors just get really, really beautiful. And since we haven't been traveling, sometimes seeing the same things over and over again, it can get just kind of routine or boring. But I've been trying really hard, especially this year, to notice the things that are special that you don't necessarily pick up on,
The nuance.
The nuances, like Fidelity's, oh, she's saying this word, and now she's doing this new thing, or Edith is doing this new action. She's talking now,
She can also open doors now.
Yeah.
Which is a pain in the butt.
It can be. She's like a velociraptor. And so, like, just trying to notice these little nuances and the ways that God is communicating, because, you take some things for granted. And I think I've shared before, like how elegant and how beautiful fireflies are in the summer, And from the Midwest, it's like, oh yeah, they light up. But if you went to another country, you'd be like, you wouldn't believe it. There's like these stars, like these bugs that just light up, and it's like a star in the field. It's so beautiful. Or we have this there's this one season where the cicadas are really loud. There's always like this kind of screech of cicadas.
Trees scream.
Yeah, which is just bizarre, but we take it for granted coming from the Midwest. So, but I've been trying to pay attention to that, and I think that is one of the things Jesus talks about, paying attention to the seasons of life, paying attention to the seasons that are going around us, and applying those to our spiritual life. So you say in the fall, if you look at a lot of the readings in the church, they're focusing not on like new life springing up, but on the end of days and thinking about heaven and hell and purgatory and like the last 4 things. We're getting closer to All Saints Day and All Souls Day. And so a lot of the readings focus on kind of darker themes, more
on
melancholic.
Eschatology.
There's your
I remember
$10 word. So as we're singing this next song, thinking about the wonderful trees that are dropping their leaves, that are going to mulch the ground and provide nourishment for next year. And maybe there's other things in your life that are passing away, things that as the days get shorter. Whenever God closes a door, He always opens another one. When death leads to life, it leads to new life. And so maybe share something that you've noticed in the change of seasons wherever you're at. If you notice something about the weather or about this new school year, or if there's something that you've noticed that is marking the changing of the seasons, why don't you share that in the comments? And then we'll talk about those. And I want to hear the girls. Like, what have you noticed in the last couple of weeks? Like, what's been different compared to when we first went into quarantine, or at the beginning of the summer? Okay. You dance over me while I am unaware. You sing all around, but I never hear the sound. Lord, I'm amazed by you. Lord, I'm amazed by you. Lord, I'm amazed by you. How you love me. You paint the morning sky with miracles in mind. My hope will always stand. 'Cause you hold me in your hand. Lord, I'm amazed by you. Lord, I'm amazed by you. Lord, I'm amazed by you. How you love me. How deep and how wide. How deep. How wide. How great is your love for me. Lord, I'm amazed. Lord, I'm amazed by you. Lord, I'm amazed by you. Lord, I'm amazed by you. How you love me. Lord, I'm amazed. Lord, I'm amazed by you. Lord, I'm amazed by you. Lord, I'm amazed by you. How you love me. Lord, I'm amazed by you. Lord, I'm amazed by you. Lord, I'm amazed by you. How you love me. How you love me.
Catherine said that this week she noticed more people coming to pray at the Pregnancy Crisis Center. I'm sorry. And Maggie said that people are decorating for fall in her neighborhood. And it may be a bit different from other years, but the fall decorations make her happy. And for me, it's probably, again, the weather, which I mentioned earlier. One, I love the wind,
Wanna get
which
on
you
your knees.
hardly get any other time of year. But another thing that that is going on right now is that it gets really cold in the morning, but then it gets really, really pleasant in the
It's
afternoon.
good coffee weather.
Yes.
Pumpkin
Yes.
spice weather.
But it's the first time I've ever realized how much I truly appreciate warm weather. I always thought that I loved the cold and I loved winter and I loved all of that, and now I'm like, I really like warm weather now.
I can't wait for summertime.
See, here's something that you're kind of joking about it being like coffee and pumpkin spice season. The other day, I, for the first time ever, tried pumpkin spice. It sucks. I will say this, it is not bad, it is not good, and certainly not worth the hype that it gets. So,
So
if
there's
it's not bad and it's not good, then what is it?
Mediocre.
Nothing.
there are better things.
I wanna
Okay,
try it
MJ's
now.
got something for us. What you got, Rockstar?
Mine is the wind. I also really, really like the wind, and it hasn't quite happened yet, but from last fall, it was the colors. We have a really, really pretty front tree that turns a really nice color.
And it's starting to turn now.
Yep,
It's
starting
just
to turn.
beginning to.
The other day, Michelle and I were walking, and there was this big gust of wind that knocked off probably 10,000 leaves. I mean, it was just like all around all of these trees. You can head back there. Cool, thank you. And I was reminded of a book that Gabby and Trinity and Michelle and I have been reading called The Discernment of Spirits. It talks about taking these moments, these kind of special moments that you see, and maybe moments of creation or moments with a friend or a child. And you can have like a happy feeling with those, and that's great. That's like natural. God gives us those. But then sometimes it can lead into a deeper feeling of like wonder and awe about the mystery of God. And God gives us those consolations. And walking 2 days ago with my wife, when we were just like blown away with, it was almost like fireworks in the sky. Like as far as you could see, everywhere you looked up, it was just like leaves fluttering around. It was really, really like hypnotizingly beautiful. And we were watching a video this afternoon about the Psalms, and like why do we have a trillion stars in the sky? Wouldn't a billion do, or wouldn't 1,000 do, or like couldn't we just get by with like 4 or 5 stars to navigate? Like why do we need all these stars? And one of the things that the Psalms talks about is that they show God's abundance. They show his glory. Why do we have to have so many leaves fluttering around? Well, they show God's glory. Mm-hmm. And when we can notice these little moments and realize that God is trying to show us his glory through them, then it doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter if you're in Central Illinois or on the beachfront out in California.
Or around the world.
Or anywhere in the world, or in China, like anywhere you can see God's glory proclaimed through creation. And so God be praised for that. So we're going to take that to prayer. We're going to sing this song. And if you have any prayer requests, Cecilia is going to lead us in prayer at the end of this song. So please write any prayer requests you have in the comments, and we want to pray with you and pray for you. Walking around these walls, I thought by now they'd fall, but you have never failed me yet. Waiting for change to come, knowing the battle's won, for you have never failed me yet. Your promise still stands, great is your faithfulness. Still in your hands, this is my confidence. You never failed me yet. I know the night won't last. Your word will come to pass. My heart will sing your praise again. Jesus, you're still enough. Keep me within your love. Oh, my heart will sing your praise again. Your promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness. Faithfulness. I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You never fail me. Your promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness. Faithfulness.
Katie, for the repose of Katie, who is too young. She leaves behind 3 daughters. Pray for comfort and strength for her family and friends. Pray for Erin, who starts her new jobs, and those who worry about not having them. Pray for the divisions of racism and that the election will bring about. Pray for the 17-year-old pregnant mama who's wanting an abortion. Pray that God can change her heart and help her choose life. And for all those who want to have an abortion or who don't realize that from the moment of conception, it is a child. Pray in thanksgiving for the new things coming back. And for Maggie being able to read after her strokes took so much away. Any other prayers?
For the people in purgatory, for the people who are struggling, or for those who don't know God, who don't know what the next step is.
For the people who don't have God to guide them.
Pray for balance and discernment.
Pray in thanksgiving for everything that God has done for me.
Pray that I can know when to work and when to stop, and how I can change to become a better person, a better version of myself, and more like a child of God.
Anything else? We bring all this to your feet and lay it at the foot of the cross as we pray, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Amen. Beautiful. Thank you, Sissy. This was like the All Cecilia show this week. This has been Worship Wednesday. We do this every Wednesday, 6 o'clock Central. And so thank you so much for joining us. If this is your first week here, we are MJM7. We're a Catholic family band. We travel the country when there's not COVID, playing concerts. But we've been doing these Worship Wednesdays every Wednesday. And just thank you so much for staying with us and for praying with us. We actually had a song that we did by request. Natalie asked us to do Goodness of God, so we did that one for Natalie. Actually, I like that song. It's good. Your goodness is running after me. Good job, girl. So thank you so much for that request, Natalie. And we have another one we're working on that was hers.
If anybody
too.
else has any song requests, feel free to leave them in the
There was one in Spanish. We gotta figure out that Spanish song.
Pescador de los hombres.
Okay, Pescador de los hombres.
Fisher of
Men. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to try to learn that one. So thank you so much for joining us. And if you can go to Mass, make sure you go to Mass. But stay safe and
Go with God.
Today's video was sponsored by Medi Family Ministries. Medi Family Ministries is a 501c3 nonprofit. If you would like to donate to support videos like this one, please visit our website at mjm7.band. Thank you for joining us for Worship Wednesdays. Enjoy the rest of your night. Go with God. Go in peace.